past 13 years, we've been fighting in Afghanistan and Iraq. Millions of Americans have answered the call to serve during that time and continue to do so today. Our veterans, I believe, are equipped with incredible strength, resiliency, and dedication to public service. They've been leaders in very austere environments. They are incredibly, they have adaptability, and can overcome adversity, and they are also very used to working as members of, selfless members of a team. Can you please let me know or share with all of us how you might use your position to help veterans kind of reach their full potential and to draw upon them within our own communities as a resource that I believe they can and should be?
Well, thank you, Jared, and thank you for your service. I'm sorry I didn't know that, but I do appreciate that. And I would say that especially for this seat, Congressman Mitchell has been such an advocate for veterans, so he's set an extremely high bar for either one of us, obviously, to maintain and hopefully expand on. I think that for people that men and women that give that type of service, I mean, they deserve to have every benefit that they can. I think that here in Maine we have a lot of people that are talking about not having quality labor, and this is certainly a place that we should be trying to help foster that growth with our returning veterans. I mean, in my industry, we have people that are in the logging field all the time. You hear people that are saying that they don't have enough qualified help. Obviously, some of the equipment that our servicemen and women are running would line up very well with that. But I think we have to give them those tools. We have to provide scholarships to get the training. We have to do everything we can to make sure that they have access to that, and that we respond by showing them how much we appreciated everything they did to make sure this country was kept safe. And I just think it makes good sense. They're coming back, like you said, with those skills already, a lot of the training, and just a little bit more growth and training would be something that would make a lot of sense. So I think we have to put that money into our returning veterans and make sure that employers in this state reach out and make sure that they're the first ones they look to.
Thank you, Jared, and thank you for your service, and thank you for your question. I'm also very glad you're running for the legislature, and I hope everyone here supports you who's in your district. My grandfathers both served in World War II. My uncle served in Vietnam, and I have two cousins that served in Afghanistan. The importance of veterans is very important in my family, and it's a very important part of my identity in my family. And certainly, there are big shoes to fill when it comes to Congressman Michaud. I think, as a member of Congress, when you cast a vote to send American troops into harm's way, you are really taking a vote to take care of them for the rest of their lives. You are making a commitment to them, not just to ask them to step up for the call of duty, but you're making a commitment in return as an elected official to make sure that they have what they need in the way of education and training, as well as health care and support for their families, both while they are away and when they return. So when I think about the number of veterans in Maine, and we are one of the highest per capita in the country for the numbers of veterans, older and younger, we have a lot of work to do. And I think that's not just in the way of the healthcare centers that have popped up all across the state thanks to Congressman Michaud's leadership, but it's also about supporting programs like one I believe was just rolled out this week by the Obama administration called Joining Forces, which is an employment initiative to focus on military members and their spouses and getting them into the available jobs that are in their communities. It's like supporting the GI Bill as it gets refunded. Post 9/11, the GI Bill was expanded for veterans. And just in 2010, it was expanded by Congress to include members of the National Guard, something that in Maine plays a huge difference, makes a huge role, plays a huge role, makes a huge difference for Maine veterans and Maine servicemen and women. We have a lot of work to do to keep that obligation to our veterans strong. You can count on me to be that voice, to be that hard worker, and to keep that commitment for mental health care, for education, training, employment, and care right until your old age. Thank you.